How are you doing, gamers? Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I think we have anything good in our packs this morning? Any 2-star havers, my dearest booster packs? Any 2-star havers? Nope. Poor Gengar. It's so rude that they released this card in the same set as freaking Arceus. It's so sad that they released him in the same set as Arceus. Just downright rude and disrespectful to the character. That card might have been serviceable in a previous metagame. Maybe. Are you planning on going live on YouTube too? It should be live on YouTube. I think my YouTube says it's live. There's 23 viewers. We go live on Twitch like 4 minutes before I go live on YouTube with the starting suit screen, so I can buffer a Twitch ad roll typically. Once I'm actually here like doing stuff, it'll be live on the YouTube as well. I haven't been watching announcements for this game. When did the next set come out? That's the neat part about not watching announcements for this game. There aren't any, really. DNA and Pokemon Company seem to enjoy keeping their players in the dark. There is a complete and utter stark lack of communication. I guess that's not completely true. They communicated trade token plans in advance, which is nice. That was a pleasant surprise. But like, we know Ranked is coming before the end of the month. We don't know when it's coming. It could be tomorrow. It could be the 31st. There could be a new card pack coming with Ranked. There could not be. Nobody knows. I think I have plenty of both of these event cards, right? I'll double check before I consider spending the repeat glass on it. Is Extra touting any new products these days? They've got some new colors on their different things. Although I think I looked at my fancy blue one is out of stock on their site. I'm a blue products enjoyer gamer. That's why I like Blastoise. Got a bunch of other fun colors up there though. It's my favorite deck in Pocket post Arceus. I like the different berry variations. Berry Snorlax feels like this metagame's jank glue that you could throw into most things. In fact, speaking of the jank glue, you think we're gonna start here? I might want a Cyrus. I put this together last night. I think it wants a Cyrus somewhere. Probably have to give up the potion. Does it need Cyrus? Cyrus is good with EX Chump, but it's less good with all our deal hundreds. I want to start without it and see how the sustain feels, I think. Like, do I need Cyrus, though? I don't know that we actually need Cyrus, Grindel. We're hitting for a lot of damages. Hundred's a good chunk. I guess they could leave after they take 100 some of the time. Irida is a lot of supporters. Especially if I'm adding another. Barry's a card that doesn't love having so many supporters, yeah. So if I'm adding another one, that's a knock against Irida. Okay, I'll swap her out. Yeah, so the thing about Potion and thinking, you can't really think super cleanly about breakpoints in the current metagame. There's lots of Giovanni's, and there's Rocky helmets, and there's things dealing bits of chip shot damage. So let's hop into a game, huh? We're not playing Dragon Chomp because of Irida. We were playing Irida because we were playing Dragon Chomp, but I had the energy already. Dragon Chomp's a very reasonable Pokemon pocket card. Okay, we're going first, and we have Gabite into... This Garchomp curves really cleanly when going first to Future Energies. You get fighting into water, and you go hit you for 30, hit you for 100. Psychic Pidgey, opponent's Gaben. Well, we've got some options. We'll see what they do here. It'll probably also depend on what our energy is here. Yeah, with second fighting energy, there's a chance our decision is kind of made for us, so we just go into Big Chomp since it doesn't need water, which is a fun bit of flexibility this deck can have, where you have this that can attack with all water, and then you have this that can attack with all fighting, and then obviously you need both for this. And his bottom attack only needs 2 fighting, so you can have a mix for that one as well. What's the game plan here? Do I want to build Gible? I'm not sure that I do. It means we take a little extra. That's probably fine. I think I want to build Gible. Although I suppose that exposes us to a Sabrina. How much damage have they taken now? They've taken 60 altogether. Oh, they're playing Baby Pidgeot. That's interesting. That seems good for me, yeah. Sorry, Gibble. Would you like to take one for the team, bud? Try and turn this chomp into a Gabite. Is it guaranteed? Is it guaranteed? I've drawn all my other Pokemon, yeah. I think that was guaranteed, right? Because I had both my Snorlax, we had both the Gibbles, we had all 3 chomps. That still has retreat 1, yeah? I think I'm putting this out. I think I'm into just load this up, yeah? Because Gengar only does 100, so they would need EX Gengar plus a Geo to clean this. I think I'm keeping both of these. Maybe I don't need the other Snorlax. I'm gonna go digging for the Cynthia. I think sounds like a reasonable plan. We'll keep the berry, obviously. I'm through all my basics, so I don't want to play the Pokeball because we'll shear that away next turn. I wonder if they're playing EX Gengar or Sleepy Time Gengar. It's either Sleepy Time Gengar or nothing. No reason not to shear the Pokeball. Claw our way through this. It's weird that they're... I wonder if they're playing both Pidgeots, because playing the 3 energy attacking Pidgeotto and you're playing 2 energy attacking Pidgeot is a strange choice. Very confused they didn't just take their knockout. Feels like the opponent's flailing a little bit and just taking game actions. There's a Pokemon ability lit up. What do you want them to do? Not use it, gamers? Alright, collapse on this bird. All of our 100 damage friends piling on the bird here. I think one of my #1 quality of life improvement requests for this game is I really wish this silly waiting for opponent pop-up appeared anywhere where there's just a bunch of blank space instead of covering half their bench Pokemon, how many knockout points they have and their name. Like there's so many places on this screen, they could put that bit of UI. But for some very silly reason, it's covering a bunch of relevant info. Opponent decided they didn't want a knockout on the way out the door. I accept. Do, 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 do. Beep, beep, beep. Sure, roller dude, that's probably better. I would give you a berry full art if I could. I definitely did not have on my bingo card getting more use out of my berry. I did not have on my bingo card that I would have gotten more use out of berry full arts than I get out of Irida full arts, but here we are. We'll see. Long term, the Irida full arts probably pay off, but yeah, I definitely wish for all these piles I had full art berries instead. Hopefully they only hit one here so we can potion. Perfect. And, fighting energy underneath this one. Yikes. So what's the game plan here? If I'm not attacking with Chomp for a couple of turns anyways, I think I truffle shuffle these so that way I can build a full health Chomp in the back. Obviously I can't evolve this one yet. Okay, and there's a fighting energy. So now, if we can find our way through to our copy of Cynthia, we could clean this out. Evolving doesn't accomplish anything, right? So I just want to keep this to either communicate with or shear through. Does Jeff think that Baby Chomp is better than the EX? I think if you're going to watch this stream, you should be open and willing to the idea that we're going to play lots of things here for fun, because that's why you should play games. And just because I'm playing something doesn't mean I think it's optimal. I'd also go so far as to say if you're one of those really sweaty people who wants to play games just to win, something that will help you win more is periodically going back and trying things that you've written off as bad, because sometimes your opinion's gonna change when you're presented with new information and try new things. Alright, 1 in 10 to find Cynthia and clear this Weavile out. I think we'd win the game on the spot if we hit it. Unlucky. Let's grab our other Snorlax here. Ew, the F word. Yep, deeply casual F word. So I'm gonna win this fight, I think, right? We take 20, we take 20, we take 70, so I end up at 30. The problem is I'm gonna be low enough that their Darkrai triggered external finish this, unless I find Potion or Cape, but I'll get 2 draws at 2 hits, so we're relatively likely to find that. I also haven't played any copies of Research yet. Which should be nice. So we kind of have 4 hits here. In a way. Ideally, we get down and find our second berry, so that way, after they finish Chomp, we can just Snorlax them twice to end the game. I'm through all my basics, but I can communication this Snorlax back into my deck to grab an evolution, and then Pokeball it back out, so this does effectively thin my deck a card, making us more likely to find our way to one of our healing cards. Because it is important that I find a healing card this turn. We have 2 research and 2 healing cards and 6 cards. I need to find a healing card so that way my Snorlax doesn't take 80 next turn. Oh, man. I think we're cooked. That's so sad. That's really frustrating. That's such a close game. Oh, I already used a potion earlier. I only had 1 out. That makes it a little bit less frustrating, but still annoying. I'm trying to think if I see a window. I don't think I do. Because the problem is I hit this, and then next turn the Nightmare Aura clears Garchomp, and then Snorlax takes 80, and then we just can't pick this up before. Unlucky. All right, we need to take a pause for the cause. Tap it, Admiral. We're going to play some more of this when we get back. Appreciate everybody here bright and early this morning. Hope your Wednesday's off to a wonderful start. Yeah, the fact that we got down to 5 cards without ever drawing a research is definitely true, too. You're always at such a huge disadvantage in the games where your opponent has research and you don't. You just see so many less cards. Turns out seeing 10% of your deck in 1 draw is above average. If you're watching on the YouTube side, you're enjoying the weekday pocket streams every morning, make sure you tap that like button. A little bit of engagement doesn't cost anything, helps the platform know it should serve it up to some more people. We also missed on our Cynthia in that game, which is sad. I guess a call out is had our Cyrus been an Irida, we'd have won that game, yeah? Am I gonna rage swap it? I'm gonna rage swap it. I don't trust my gut. Twitch chat thinks I wanted to play Cyrus and I'll let them talk me into it. I'm gonna say Twitch chat is wrong and play my healer. Add my 3rd sustain card in. Never trust a Twitch chat. Will always lead you astray. We have first evolution advantage, which is not bad with the chop deck. We just need a fighting under this water. We won't be able to attack with this on 2, but if we can attack with this on 3, it'd be pretty decent for us. Opponent is on a fighting energy. Hopefully this is like a pseudo Wudo. Riolu. Research. Lovely first draw. It's not terrible either. We can win. If we win this coin flip, we're going to be in a very good spot, especially with the Irida and the Cape to keep Chomp alive. Nice. Okay. Energy. Cape. I think I'm sitting on this for now because I don't want them to have Sabrina, Lucario knock it out. Oh, are they cooked? I think they're cooked, gamers. We got Daddy on curve, and he's nice and healthy. I think I just get Churn in here. Yeah, clean and quick. If we get a playable card that fixes our energy colors, Baby Chomp is so powerful in games like that. Right, there's a Gible. We're going first. I will say one of the things I love about him is he doesn't mind going first. Get a couple of draws here. We have a fighting energy to start, so we want a Gabite ideally, or something that we can communication into a Gabite. Yep. Okay. Gabite into water energy, and we're good to go. We have, what, 2 Garchomps, 2 Gabites, 2 Snorlax in our deck right now, so we are only 1 in 3 on this currently. Oh, I suppose, if we don't find a Cape or a Potion, this goes down to Lucario, though, yeah? That's tough. Punished for not playing this out of the bench, but I don't know that it was wrong to, so we might have needed to communicate with it. What's the sequence, though, here now is the question. I think it's this. I think it's this. I think it's this. It's close, though. What's going on, game? Thank you for the 20 months. Appreciate that. I think we're just dead from here. And first energy advantage and a pretty ideal start. I'll take a mulligan. 1-1 into the fighting deck with quick breaks at each side. I think our opponent has had first energy advantage in like our last 6 games. Clearly rigged. Clearly rigged, gamers. Only answer. Okay, they had first energy advantage, but they missed their double scratch. I think we take that exchange. I would love a research. Ooh, we have both colors energy. Can we find a Gible? That could be a Gible. 66%. Okay. I think Snorlax is just gonna take some hits for the team here. Oh, they don't have it. Makes me regret not being aggro with Barry, I suppose. That's funny right there. Yeah, the claws must have been filed down on this Sneasel. There it goes. And they're getting closer to average. They're 2 out of 6 now. The pendulum swings back around. You know, with Garchomp set up, I probably don't need this communication at this point. Just be through most of our deck here before long. Jeff, have you worked on Snorlax Greninja? Yeah, we played Barry Snorlax the other day. Or Greninja, Barry Greninja the other day. It was fine. Reasonable, even. Well, they drew Darkrai for the turn, which means they still don't have Weavile. Barry's gonna let us clear this Sneasel next turn, and then I think we're done from here. They're awkward flailing around in the face of our fat man. Not particularly good for them. And then I think the only question I need to answer is, I think I'd rather have big Chomp than another medium-sized Chomp. Yeah, so I think I churned through this one. Crunch. Might not even need Big Jump. No full art berry. I know. We were just talking about how I'm shocked that I play more berry than Irida these days. Although this deck has both, I suppose. Oh no! Please don't knock out my Snorlax, Darkrai. How will I ever recover? Alright, Darkrai. Make sure you tell Dami Mama your safe word so she knows when to stop. Crunch. Baby Chop really is a sweet card. I like him a lot. Getting to play the EX as a 1 of 2 makes you more consistent to hit your things, which is fun. Open on the Fat Man here. Okay, 2 water in a row. Not a big deal when we're leading Snorlax. I play Gibble out. We'll hold on to the second one, though, because we have communication here. There's 3 Garchomps, a Gabite, and a Snorlax in my deck. So this is currently 60% to find us a stage 2. Allow me to sit on you. Come on, Snorlax, stop sleeping on the job, bud. That's fine. This Vaporeon is light years away from being relevant, yeah. Unlucky. So, with another fighting energy here, I think I actually put this on Lax. And I'm actually not in a rush to find a Garchomp now, because if I throw Gibble back and get Garchomp, I'm not gonna rummage either of these. I wanna keep both of these in my hand. So I think we just go ahead and end. We're awake, so we'll get to collapse again next turn, guaranteed, which is nice. Cordova, thanks for hanging out for 2 years. Appreciate the continued support. I'm gonna prioritize communicating the basic back in because there's still a Pokeball in my deck, so I want those to be live as long as possible. I don't think I want to get rid of the Gabite. I think I want to be able to build a second Garchomp up potentially. If I get rid of that, I would cut myself off of that option. On the off chance the Loomberry questions are people being serious, Loomberry is not a playable Pokemon Pocket card. Your Snorlax is 75% to wake up. You get 2 coin flips at it. You should not put bad cards in your deck for the sake of playing around a little bit of bad luck that's going to happen occasionally. Your game plan is run closer to average. All right, wake up! Poor Lax. Poor Lax, gamers. Poor Lax. Oh my goodness, and there's no... Oh, man. That's our 4th fighting energy in a row. Are we cooked? It's feeling like we're cooked. I think I potion... So that way they have to Dimensional Storm if they want to clear us next turn. Things are definitely not looking ideal for the home team here due to our energy variance. Our energy variance and our coin. So we flipped like 6 tails in a row basically, right? We got 4 fighting energies in a row and we bricked on waking up. Yeah, because here's the problem now. They get to go ahead and do this. Because we didn't wake up, they get to wash these energy out and they can Dimensional Storm us 2 times in a row. Is the issue. If I would have had a water energy and 3 energies, we would have been able to Cynthia and clear them this turn. But we didn't. And they can Dimensional Storm. Good gravy. Well, I mean, we're not using Irida anytime soon, right? Let's sub her out. So this is only their 2nd point. And this is going to be at 60. Second Rocky Helmet is unfortunate. What's the back and forth look like here? We're supposed to discard the Cynthia rather than the Irida. Yeah, probably. Probably. I'd have been able to heal this next turn for 40, which should have been relevant, I think. My other baby chop got looted through, which is another potentially suspect decision on my part. Not all heroes wear capes, but this Daddy Chop certainly does. Like, I think we might be okay. Yeah. I think we're in a favorable spot at the moment. I had some tough choices that I'm not sure were correct. It's so easy to hindsight as 2020 spots like this. So knowing how it plays out, it's easy to be like, oh, obviously you made a mistake, but I don't know. They're through both their Misties, so I think our mixture of things, despite bad energy variants and maybe some wrong rummages, are working out for us here. You have a potion too? Or are you just retreating? If they retreat, they lose the 2 energy off of this, which is huge. I guess I technically should put Snorlax out and put an energy on it, yeah? I don't think it matters. So they can go down to 0 energy on board to not be dead next turn, but that's not really a winning line for them. Yeah, just for reference, people aren't familiar, Cynthia only buffs Baby Chomp. We made it out of that one, though. Our energy variance was real awkward, and I made a couple of big choices, but we ended up pulling through, which was neat. Fun game. Shiny Nick Shark, thanks for the 14 months. Does the deck feel like it's trying to do too much? What does that mean? So if I look at my deck list, it's only trying to do one thing, right? Build Garchomp? Right? I mean, do you count Snorlax Berry as trying to do a thing? I don't know that I really do, right? Because Snorlax is just a glorified wall to give you time to build something up that can sometimes attack. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to do too much feels very vague and not specific. I need you to be more specific as to what you mean by that for me to articulate a position. Right? There's a Gibble for us. Tachius Rex, thank you for the 22 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Definitely putting an energy out here to speculatively draw Berry next turn and crunch this Bulba. Or Ivysaur even. We're holding on to the other Snorlax in hand because we are a Pokemon Communication deck, and if we draw Communication, we could potentially turn this into an Angsty Teenage Dragon. Norix, thank you for the membership on the YouTube side. Those bits of direct support are a big part of why I'm able to do what I do as a job. Thanks for keeping me around. think I'm gonna start building up my friends in the back. It's close though. Plant Daddy's probably a bad matchup for us if I had to venture a guess. We do have our copy of Cynthia though, so maybe we can chunk through, but I have a lot of sustain. Hello, Collision. Two stage ones and what's it called? Buried in the bottom here. No stage ones and 5 water energies in a row. I'm out. Deuces. You think if we got better dual energy support in the future, Dragonite would be higher than bottom tier? Probably not. It's not just the energy variance that makes Dragonite bad. It's your energy variance, it's your stage 2 variance, and it's your attack does random hits variance. There's a lot of it that all compounds to make Dragonite pretty mid. One of the nice things about getting to play Garchomp EX in this build too is that you only have a total failure rate on one of your 2 low rolls with energy for this deck, which is nice. If you low roll and have 5 fighting energies in a row, you could still just like gear up and attack with Garchomp, which is great. And Snorlax, to a degree, depending on how aggressive what they're doing, can play through a bunch of water energies, but that's not a guarantee either, obviously. Speaking of lots of fighting energy. Gonna hold on to the other Gible for communication fodder. See if we can dodge Dawn Weavile here, if they just have the absolute nuts. Lucky. Getting a knockout here is huge. Would Dawn ever be used enough for this deck to justify a slot? Why would Dawn be useful? I can't envision a situation where that would be something I'd want. I guess a setup where like you invested energy on a Garchomp and then end up wanting to hit with Snorlax, but that seems like super narrow and not a situation that's going to come up very often. My body is ready for my next 6 energies to all be water. Oh no! Why would he say it, chat? Why would he put that energy out into the world? You should stay asleep, Snorlax. The sex part's not going to be great for you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do you have any thoughts on Togekiss, Mismagius? That's my favorite deck. I think it's probably inconsistent and bad, and poorly positioned into the fact that Arceus is the most popular. popular threat in the game. Ooh, they're being super defensive here. I think we take that. This is gonna give us time to draw out of our energy variants, huh? Which is nice. Another Snorlax in my deck. Get this evolved. I think we're not playing this one out yet, because I might communicate it into a Danny Jump if we draw it. Although I suppose when they clear this, if they don't have a potion for this, EX Chomp just reaches into the back and gets us the last knockout, which is slick. Love the flexibility. Both the Garchomps have such good flexibility and utility. I don't know if this deck is good, but it plays really interesting games that have lots of choices, which is all I want out of my card game. Playing all best decks gets dry. Just want to play fun, interesting games. Get to win as early as next turn. That's exciting. Let's see your Gallade do this, gamers. Ka-cha. Good night. All right, we take a pause for the cause and let some adverts roll. I'm having fun with this deck, though, so we're going to play some more of it when we get back. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Don't go anywhere. This is definitely my kind of Pokemon pocket. If you're enjoying the content on the YouTube side, want the weekday pocket streams to continue, get a little bit of engagement, help the channel grow. Appreciate the 159 people that tapped the like button already. We got over 300 people watching those, so probably pump that up a little bit. My Gallade needs Cyrus do that. It does. It does, in fact, need Cyrus. The best part about this deck, chat, is I only need one EX Garchomp to play it, so I have all full art chomps. Just need full art berries at some point. Assuredly, we open those before the end of the season, yeah? Oh, if the end of the season's not till April, there's a non-zero chance we do. Hopefully there's gonna be new packs soon, though. Soon, TM. Doo-doo. Any data mines yet for what's coming next to the game? There isn't, which makes me hopeful. There's a data mine that says there's a card pack coming at the end of April, but we don't have anything for April itself, so that makes me think maybe we'll get an update with the ranked stuff coming. I wouldn't be surprised that if the addition of ranked at the end of the month means that they're no longer going to do the PvP events. My expectation is kind of that they'll roll the prizes from the 2 PvP events that they've been doing into ranked. I kind of want to play second Snorlax, because I think we hold this for communication. Yeah, I really like that Baby Garchomp lets us churn through, like, situational utility cards, like Berry and stuff late is fun. I think I'm gonna power back up Lax here without a Gabite in sight. Nice. It's unfortunate we have 3 fighting energies in a row here, right? Evergreen comment. I think I'm potioning here. I think I'm energying here. So sometimes these decks play Giovanni, which would be not great for us. I don't think I want to invest the Cape of the Snorlax as well. I think that would be not ideal. Alright, no Geo gives us a good bit of breathing room here, which is nice. Alright, 4th fighting energy in a row, but Snorlax is geared up and ready to go, which is nice. Am I playing this other Gible out? I think so. I guess if I draw communication, I could throw the Gible back and then Pokeball it up. Is appealing. But I could just evolve Garchomp and churn through the Pokeball too. I think that's the line actually. I think it's Baby Chomp, Gible out, and then we start shearing. They're just spreading out damage so their Arceus can one-shot things, which is smart. I don't think I want to rummage any of these. I think all of these might be useful. Smart man staying asleep, Snorlax. Cyrus is perhaps a little scary. Maybe I should have caped. Maybe I should have caped Chomp. All right, so I need a water energy under this, basically. If there's a water energy under this, I can berry clear this. Oh, another fighting. They didn't have a Geo earlier. I think I cape this and just smack them. I think I energy here, just in case. Nah, it's gonna do it here. We could churn through this berry. Cyrus plus Geo, and we're probably just dead. That's neither of those cards this turn. If we wake up, I believe it's checkmate. Because if we wake up, I can retreat this into EX Chomp and tag one of these in the back. And then they won't have enough healing. But I need to wake up. Because if I don't wake up, they clear this, and then, if I don't wake up, they clear this, and then they can, Cyrus clear this. So if I wake up, we're guaranteed to find EX Chomp here, because I have 2 draws. Only needed 1. And then they would need 2 potions here, or a potion plus a cape to not be dead. These decks do not usually have room to play healing cards. Maybe that's why they haven't had the Geo. God, that's unfortunate. I felt like I played this game so well, too. Was there a line where attacking with Snorlax guarantees a win? No. And with them having 2 capes and 2 potions, I guess that explains why they didn't have the Geo. Such a good close game. We just been a little bit more fortunate with our energy. We would have easily cleaned him up. We just only had 1 water in 6 or 7 energies at the start, and I had to attach the water energy to a Snorlax because I needed to attack with it that turn. Do you think you'll put out meta-analysis for ranked the same way you do tournaments now, or is there no way to get that data? There will be no way to get that data. Tracker type apps usually don't work on mobile devices, and there's no PC client for this, so the analysis type stuff will continue to run for community tournaments, but I assume there's just going to be no way to access ranked data for this game. Would be my expectation. For games that have both ladder and tournaments, do they tend to mirror each other? Not exactly. So Magic the Gathering's really the only game that has both tournaments and a ladder. And for Magic the Gathering, and any games, ladder systems heavily incentivize players towards playing aggressive decks. Is the TLDR, because ladders aren't a measure of being good or winning games. They're a measure of how much you play. And if you can win with a deck twice in 10 minutes, it's better than winning once in 10 minutes, right? So decks that play shorter, faster games will be biased towards being more popular on the ladder. Which is why I've talked a lot about expect there to be a lot of Misty, not only because she's good, but also because she plays those faster games. Them putting their first energy on here is real solid for us with the berry in hand. Love it. We're gonna hang tight on this other Snorlax for now. I think I'm putting Cape on Chomp as well, just in case they play Red Card or Mars or something silly. I think I'm holding this one because of communication. But we'll get the rest of the hand as empty as possible here. Do I churn the Snorlax here? I kind of want to churn the Snorlax here. How much damage is this taking from a Gallade next turn? It would be 110. So I think I leave the energy off of this for now and just pass. They want to put Gallade up and not knock this out. I think that's a net positive for us. And now I'll potion this so that way it still doesn't die to Gallade. We gotta kill the Hitmonlee, obviously. And then there's a question of, am I rummaging with the Garchomp this turn? Is this going to be a game where I want access to Cynthia? Probably. Rummaging this turn makes us more likely to have a berry for next turn, though, which is appealing. Joke's on you, we weren't waking up anyways. I think I'm into all of these cards, gamers. The berry draw might be useful still. There's a chance he lives, and if he wakes up, we'll bury and clear the Krylia for sure. We've had both bad energy variants and sleep variants this game, and we're still playing a competitive game against one of the best decks of the metagame. Just like things to call out here. The Rocky Helmet is relevant because it means if the Snorlax wakes up and we get the knockout, the Gallade clears the Snorlax. That is our 4th sleep flip in a row that we've now missed. Finally awake. I'm putting the energy on here because I have another fighting either way here. And I want to threaten a collapse next turn. I assume they have Gallade and they just haven't been playing it out. We could get cooked by double Cyrus on our Garchomp EX, but that's what it is. I don't think we're ever beating double Cyrus. Not 100% sure what happened there, but we'll take it. Maybe they thought they were knocking it out and then they weren't. I mean, they only had one Cyrus. They realized their mistake. They might have only had one Cyrus and thought they were knocking it out and missed it. That last game is a really good example of a great deck building thing that will make you a much better deck builder. You should not put bad cards like Loomberry in your deck to play around uncommon situations. Your utility slots in Pokemon Pocket are incredibly valuable, and putting a card in your deck that's only going to do something 25% of the time under its best case scenario is not a good use of your utility slots. Especially considering we won that game after low rolling in 2 different ways. You're never going to win every game you play in a card game, and making bad deck building choices to play around your 10% scenarios and 25% scenarios is not something you should be doing. Because your fail case of being asleep for 2 turn cycles only happens 25% of the time, and you're not even guaranteed to be losing. You're not even guaranteed to be losing when that happens all of the time. Was it better in that situation to have 2 regular Chomps in the end game, so double Cyrus on Chomp is not a line for our opponent? It's still a line for our opponent, Juan. If I don't evolve into EX Chomp that turn, they could Cyrus up the teenage thing and take a knockout, and then Cyrus up the other one and take a knockout the following turn. So not evolving didn't leave me not dead to double Cyrus. It just left me dead to double Cyrus in a slightly different way. Because they drew both their Hitmonlee early enough and had damage spread out anyways. Did they have 0 points? Oh, you're right, they did. Maybe we were fine either way then. I guess that game was just so long, my brain was assuming they had to have knocked something out. But you're right, we sheared our other Snorlax, right? And when you're playing a deck like this, so this is one of the reasons why I love this type of deck, is like, there's a ton of ways to look back in those games. There's a ton of ways to look back in those games, and there's a ton of decisions to make, and you could... What's the best way to put it? Rather than asking me the question, Jeff, is this other thing better? There's so many permutations the way these games should play out. I would much prefer you try to make a compelling argument for why your line is better rather than me tell you your line is bad. Because if I didn't take your line, either I missed it or I didn't think it was good. And in either case, you should explain why it's worth doing rather than expecting me to rewind and be like, no, that's bad, don't do it. Either one opens up a better dialogue. Our advertising this break is some of those powerful advertising money can buy. It can't be stopped by any ad blocker out there. I'd like to give a shout out to the Exter Smart Wallet here. That's been our banner up on the stream for the day. If you hadn't seen me talk about Exter before, they are a longtime sponsor of the channel. I've got my own Exter here that I've been carrying for, probably close to a year now. It's got a slick little trigger here in the corner of the card that you push it, and it fans your cards up and out of the wallet there, so you can easily grab exactly the one that you care about. I'm not going to pull these ones out because those are my real credit cards. Real credit cards in there. My first question when they sent me this was, well, if there's a trigger that pops them out, how well do they stay in there? So before I agreed to the sponsorship, I did a little bit of a shake test on my own, so I like to show that one on stream. While this one's been in my pocket, I know and can trust that nothing's ever going to pop out of there unless I want to push the button and intentionally pop something on out. And you know I trust this because, like I said, those are my real credit cards in this one. You got a little spot on the front to clip your dollary dues to if you still carry some of those. And then there's a slot in the back that you can hold some extra stuff in as well. I've got a handy dandy little tool card in here. It's got like a bottle opener and thing for cutting a box out occasionally. That's super useful. Another thing that's fantastic that you can keep in the back of the wallet there is they also make, you see it says Smart Wallet on the advert, they make these handy dandy little tracker cards. This is a way to go ahead and, let's make the webcam full so you can see a little bit bigger. This is a way to make your wallet smart. This doodad Bluetooths into your device. They make one for Android as well as one that links into Apple Find My devices. And then using the app you can ding your card in your wallet or your bag or wherever it's at around your home to find where it is. If you're someone who periodically leaves your device lying around and you want to go looking for it rather than scrambling and find exactly where it is. Another handy thing that these do is they stay Bluetooth connected to your device, so if you're ever separated from your wallet or your bag that you're in while you're out and about, you can pull up your app and find the exact GPS coordinates of wherever you left it. This wallet also has a little extra flap on the front. The loader in the top holds 6 to 9 cards. Nice, depending on the size and shape of them. So if you need a little bit more than that, you could hold 3 or 4 more in here on the front. You can check out Extra using my link here. You can use code JeffH2025 to save a little bit extra on your purchase. They've got a 30% off sale running through the end of March. And using my code on top of that gets you another 10% off on a number of their things. They've got a fantastic range of different colors up there. You see I've got a nice vibrant blue one here that I carry because blue's my favorite color. They've got some more tames, blacks and reds and textures and greens and all sorts of wonderful things here that you can check out with them. You can also buy with confidence because they have a 2-year warranty on all of their wallets and they have a 100-day return policy if you pick it up and it's not for you. But trust me, gamers, if you're in the market for a wallet, I think this is the one for you. I've enjoyed my Extra immensely. If you want the one with the extra fold out, they come in both leather and vegan leather options, depending on what your preference is for animal byproducts. Lots of great, wonderful colors and all sorts of stuff on their website. Find your cards. They even have one that goes on your keys, which is lovely. Although I don't think I have any physical keys that I carry anymore other than my car key. And even that one doesn't have a key that goes in, right? Does anybody not have a smart lock at their home anymore? Are there people that live in the previous century? There must be people out there that use physical keys. I have a code to get into both my garage and my front door. If I had to find a physical key, I don't know that I would be able to. I can't remember the last time I saw a physical key to my home. Mankey. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. This might be a quick game, gamers. This might be a very quick game. Mankey hold the promo. To be fair, none of the Mankeys are very good. Alright, no primate means we have a chance. Three water energies in a row. I take it back. Do I go digging for Snorlax here? I think I go digging for Snorlax here. You'll have a Garchomp and you'll like it, Hogland. Oh, man. probably don't need Cynthia's damage in the fighting matchup anyways, so let's go churn it here. Man, and this is one of those, I know obviously we're low rolling on water energy, just two color deck things, but like we're also low rolling on Pokemon, right? If we simply had a Snorlax we could be attaching all these energies to, we'd also be fine. Thankfully, our opponent's also flipping tails every turn, so, you know. 6 and 6 in one hand, half does it in the other. We've flipped 4 tails in a row here on our energy, but they've flipped 3 tails in a row on their Mankey. Good gravy. No Pokeballs, no Snorlax, no Professor Research. In 11 cards, no fighting energy and 5 energy. Look at this incredibly low variance game we play. This is a Metapod fight? Yeah, basically. Oh no, they hit head. Okay, they hit heads. That means we're owed a Snorlax, yeah? That's how this works. Fighting energy! I didn't find a Snorlax, but I found a fighting energy. We take those. We take those. I'm not cheering anything here, I don't think. I think we're chilling. It's a brick. Do fist. Ain't got the power. Do. All right, we got 1 fighting energy as a treat. We will not be getting more. I have one crumb of fighting energy. We've been good. We've been good. Another fighting energy! Oh, that's so exciting. That's so exciting! Alright, we unbricked faster than they did. God bless us, everyone. I don't even know if I'm shearing towards anything here. There's only 1 card left in my deck. What a funny game. Nine Ball, thank you for the 17 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I've been playing this deck for almost 2 hours, but I'm gonna play a couple more. We'll play at least one other deck this morning before we're done with Pokemon, but I'm having a good time with Chomp. BDP, thank you for the 73 months. Welcome back. Is Dragonite playable? He is not. Check back in 6 more weeks. Zappy Bird. A name I haven't heard in a long time. Hey, thanks for 17 months, Dimmer. Importing this deck as we speak. Manually, of course. Someday we'll have basic quality of life features like deck import, export in this game, yes? Assuredly, eventually, yes? I don't know if Iridium here is correct. It's probably not. Bricking on our communication at all 3 stage 2s is said. Yeah, buried a crack with the Snorlax at least, I suppose. What a tease. Maybe I'm supposed to chomp and churn for the other berry. Maybe this potion's not worthwhile. It would make us better off against the Sabrina, too. Yeah, I think Stewie got it. I should have done this last turn. Cynthia's a good one. The problem with playing this out is it plays around Sabrina this turn, but not next turn. And they didn't have Sabrina last turn, so I think we just leave this where it's at. Okay, if we hit average variance on the Thundering Hurricane, Cynthia here means that we're good to go. I will not play Professor's Research. I will not play Professor's Research. I will not play Professor's Research. Cape, guys. Cape, unfortunately, does not matter because they have Rocky Helmet. So we're still just gonna be at 140. If they'd have had Cape instead of Helmet, our Cape would have been good, but need a 2 out of whatever. 2 out of however many. May you have exactly 2. Well, that means we're angling for the draw, right? Because I'm through all my sustain. No, wait. If they hit 2, the Cape means we're good, yeah? Yeah. Woo! What a tease. What a tease. Cool. They only need 2. They only need 3. The first one hits tails. You're like, all right, we're good to go here. We're good to go. Nope. Very much not. With so many abilities on Pokemon coming out, I wonder if we'll get one that turns off others' abilities. 100% a Pokemon ability that turns off other Pokemon abilities is a when, not an if. There are a lot of iterations of that in the paper card game. No berry, no stage 1. This is probably one of those spots where we're functionally dead. I'll put this on here speculatively in case we draw the berry next turn, but I think this is, they have their best start and we have a limp one. Maybe they miss Cape, we grow up into Big Chomp and we one-shot this after it comes up. That's our sequence, but usually these decks play 2 copies of Cape when they're on Palkia because they have a lot of slots for their all-basic deck. I guess I could put a Cape on Snorlax, then it survives a Dimensional Storm. But it just gets slashed after, right? Okay. If I draw Gabite and then have a fighting energy under here, we have a shot. I suppose we technically have another turn, yeah? So they can Dimensional Storm this turn, but they can't Dimensional Storm next turn. Well, I think I've coped as long as we can cope. I think I needed my Gabite this turn. This is firmly not dead yet territory, I guess. We put the cape on here so it survives the 20-point splash, and we put this up. Dead to Cyrus, dead to Sabrina. Did they mess up? They could have Dimensional Stormed us 2 turns in a row, yeah? I'm gonna leave, because we drew another brick. We had 5 hits and 9 cards there, and we hit one of the 4, so. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Alright. Gosh. The games where you have Professor's Research are just such night and day with the ones where you don't. Turns out getting to see 10% more of your deck feels real good. Let's see if we can win our energy coin flip next turn to have fighting so we can go and Gabite into Garchomp. Swing and a miss. One of these days, we're gonna brick out all fighting energy instead of all water energy, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be glorious. When we broke out all fighting, EX Chomp can at least attack. we're churning communication. Communication just becomes a lot less necessary when you have Reckless Shearing online. You just see so many cards so quickly. Alright, assuredly my 4th energy is finally fighting, yes? So what's the plan? I go energy here. They go Arceus, clear this. I go energy here, Barry, hit this for 100. I evolve into Gabite. I draw EX Chomp. I have a fighting energy. EX Chomp with fighting energy clears Arceus. I have a path. It depends on finally having a fighting energy. But there is a sequence I have here that's a back and forth that lets me actually win this game, yeah? We just need a fighting energy in our first 5 energies. We discarded once. This is our 4th, so we need our 5th energy to be a fighting energy. And we can still build an avenue to victory here. Oh! They're just not doing anything? That seems good for me, yeah? Every turn they choose to sit here and dirtle is an extra turn I have to unbrick myself. Pretty confident I want EX Chomp as my last one. Wait, what? Honey. Honey. Okay, and another fighting energy in a row here means that I can put this energy on Snorlax to threaten another attack next turn. And still be able to Cynthia this Garchomp if they put up Arceus and clear it, yeah? So they need a cape. Wake up! Are they not gonna play around mommy, chat? I think they're not gonna play around mommy. Whoo, doggy! Alright. 5 water energies in a row, gamers? No problem. Not a big deal. Trusted chump. Gotta trusted chump. How? All right, we take a brief pause for the cause to tap our Twitch ads for the hour. I'll throw the deck list on screen. When we get back, we've been playing this deck for 2 hours. We're going to play something else for the last leg of our pocket segment this morning. Appreciate everybody that's here for some pocket monsters. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. If you're watching on the YouTube side, so tap the like button on the live stream. Doesn't cost you anything, helps the content reach some more people. We've got over 400 people watching over there, so we can pump that up from 257 likes a little bit. It'll be interesting to be able to choose a ratio of mana to appear. I think my favorite fix was, I wish you could have an energy deck that you drew from. So that way, if like, even if I wanted my energy deck to be 50-50, as I drew one energy out of the deck, it would make the other one more likely as I drew copies out, right? So if I start, say you put 30 energies in an energy deck or whatever, after I've drawn 3 water energies, I'm now skewed towards getting fighting or whatever. I don't think they're realistically going to change the system. I think any type of innovation like that, they're just not gonna do. The fact that this game has basically gotten 0 quality of life updates in the 6 months it's been out makes me... Yeah, you could even put like, okay, you can play 2 dragon energies or 4 dragon energies or whatever in your energy zone. Need a dark mode. I think there's about a 0. I don't think I've ever played... Are there other games that exist? Because I can't think of one that I've played that gives you light mode, dark mode toggles inside of the app. Does anybody know of one? Are there any... I'm like racking my brain. I can't think of any though. Yeah, there's games that have, like, are dark interfaces by default, but I can't think of one that gives you the option to toggle between light and dark. Get our lovely ladies and their blue puppy. We'll have to decide whether or not we want to try and communicate this this Glaceon in. Probably not. Might just Glaceon Misty, honestly. That's nice. Can I get a fish? Dodge a Sabrina, we can dodge a ball. Oh, I forgot to play my Misty. If they Sabrina us, I want the Misty for the Glaceon, yeah. No, there's an argument that we're cooked either way in that instance, so maybe we're supposed to just go for it. The big angry Dargon. Opponent. Hello. What a waste of time. I'm hoping that games like this one become slightly less frequent when ranked happens, or your opponent is just there fully wasting your time. Or at the very least, at least when they do it while ranked is going on, my number will go up. Which of the extra wallets do you recommend? I've been thinking about getting one. It depends on how many cards you want to carry, Girlden. I'm a big fan of things that are a little bit smaller, so I only carry, I've got like 6 or 7 things in here, so I like the one without the extra fold-out flap is the one I carry every day. And then pick your favorite color from there. But if you've got more than the 6 to 9 will hold, the one with the extra flap is probably the one you want. Sudowoodo. I think we play this out for the sake of Sabrina insurance. Are the wallets solid enough to bop somebody on that? I don't know that they have a bop measurement. It's a solid piece of metal though. Mine's definitely taken more than one tumble. Been A-okay. Can I get a judge ruling on snowy terrain only dealing 10 damage to a Gabite? I feel like I'm being cheated. Anybody agree or disagree? Should be 40 gigabytes 4x weak to ice, mood. Wow, I'm surprised they have the Garchomp and retreated here. And then I'm happy just give her this knockout up. We can move into Gyarados and start blasting him, yeah? If we super high roll and hit the 1 in 6 to take the energy off the Garchomp, they should be cooked here. I do kind of need to draw a Leafeon, though, to insulate us against a copy of, what's it called? I guess even just insulate us against 2 linear attacks. Cooked to Sabrina. And we'll need a Leafeon. Yeah, okay. That retreat makes sense if they have Sabrina. Yeah, it's a good read. Unfortunate that we're playing 3 evolutions and couldn't find the other one. GG. Burst energy advantage was a big deal that game. We're on the back foot the whole time without a Misty landing heads. They are in the zone, gamers. Can I get a carp? I cannot. I think I'm still playing this out. So if we find Glaceon next turn, I want to go Glaceon Misty. Might be a fast game, speaking of Misty. Manaphy coin looks good, says local man about to die to it. Well, I suppose we get to play a game, kinda. Kinda. If that Misty would have even hit 1 heads, we would have been able to attack with this next turn. It's so sad. If they hit Tails here, Irida plus Cape lets us live a hit next turn, guaranteed, which would be nice. I think I'm supposed to play to the out of them hitting Tails next turn. We need 1 tails on one of their first 3 coins to be in an okay spot here. They had first energy advantage. Assuredly, they don't hit on Misty and double zone smash, right? We're due. Due to die. Yep, alright. And like the depressing part is, like if we would have just had first energy advantage or our Misty hit, we would still be fine. On to the next. I can't say I've missed playing against Executor. Glad that one got mostly pushed out. Come on, Misty. We're due for tails. Yep, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Due to get tails. Glad you understood. Task failed successfully. Also, couldn't even manage to draw an EV for our Leafeon. Come on, Misty, please! Please, Misty! We're not just quitting because we flipped 2 tails, we're also quitting because we failed to draw any EVs. Either would have been acceptable. Sometimes, due to draw variance, you're given no option but to need the Misty variance. It's fine. It's not going to matter that we don't have first energy advantage. We're going to find the Leafeon for next turn. And Leafeon's pretty good when you go first. I believe. I don't hold the Magikarp for now because I don't want to get Sabrina out of it. Magnezone Aerodactyl. That's interesting. Okay. I have a cape for the fish at least. So we don't just eat it to Sabrina here, which is nice. And we hit our evolution before the Aerodactyl could happen, so that's also lovely. So you're saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. Do. We've been very mediocre at drawing Gyarados so far this set, but Leafeon providing its own energy, giving us time to set up Glaceons, actually felt kind of good. We're actually only playing one Glaceon. It's just like a fail case evolution, but it's been a pretty solid 1-2 so far. We'll Misty the Carp just in case she goes crazy, because I only need one more on Glaceon. LOL, Misty go crazy, imagine that. So we get to finish them with the beam, and then the Marshadow clears us, but then Glaceon is ready to clear Marshadow. Their Aerodactyl is ready to go, but Irida technically lets Glaceon win that 1v1. Sabrina can make things hazy with the Magikarp. We're bricking on our stage 1. Maybe they'll brick on their stage 1. Or more cards into our deck. That means no Sabrina, which means we have a window to draw Gyarados and not be dead to Sabrina next turn. Alright, not dead on board, which is all we could ask for. razor thin margins in these first couple of games. Just like one more coin flip our way, one evolution draw our way. go up on the short end of the variant stick a couple of times. This is also our 5th or 6th game in a row not having first energy advantage. Yeah, we've missed that energy advantage every game, and we've flipped tails on every missed team. What did you buy the pay to win coin for? I'm starting to ask myself that question. Going second is for sure better. It depends on the deck. For most decks, going second is better. But not all of them. So obviously I could brick here, but I think my best chance to win this game involves hitting Leafy on this turn. We hit our 40% or whatever to find this. We're gonna turn it around, gamers, I swear. Should we have leaped out? If I leap out, I can't attack with Leafy on next turn. Because then I can't Forest Breath this turn. Can only Forest Breath from the active spot. Unfortunately, if they have their their fossil stage 2 on curve on top of it all, we're gonna be cooked. This only gets me to 130, yeah. I guess I should technically wait a turn on that, because if I'm gonna be dead to the fossil anyways, I should get a water energy on this also. Get my little bit of healing on this one. Yeah, that coming to the front probably means we're dead. I got one more in me, but we might start snap early. It's been a tough morning for Puckett. Got a few other fire hair decks I built up that I would like to play in Snap. First energy advantage. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This is it. Our variance is going to turn around from here. I can feel it. Celebi Arceus. It's a unique combination of things. Why am I no longer playing tournaments on stream? Because we're doing shorter Pokemon Pocket days because all of the Pokemon Pocket metrics are in the absolute toilet. And I don't intend to stop playing it because I want to be around in case it has an uptick, but I got kids to feed. Marvel Snap's also been a lot of fun lately, but I'm genuinely concerned about the future of Pocket content in general, especially if we have an 8-week break between content releases here, like the data mine say. I really hope they're gonna drop cards and do something hype at the end of the month with ranked, but I'm gonna be honest, their lack of communication does not have me super optimistic. Also, even when I was doing tournaments don't actually attract markedly more viewers. It's all about the same. Most people don't care about tournaments. In fact, when it comes to deck highlights, I would often get a lot of negative comments on deck highlights featuring tournament content about people that would let me know they thought the tournament was easier because it was open deck list. Which, like, obviously that's absolute nonsense, but, like, not having to deal with comments from stupid people while also making my schedule more flexible is ideal. Alright, with Cyrus, they're probably cooked here. Have the Glaceon hard carry into the Celebi Tails. Is Magic the Gathering forever dead to me? Magic the Gathering numbers are probably worse than what my numbers doing Pocket right now would be, and I doubt I would have fun playing it. Magic the Gathering's not the same game I enjoyed a decade ago. Your takeaways on Garchomp Snorlax. I really like Garchomp Snorlax. Garchomp stuff is the type of Pokemon Pocket I really enjoy playing. There's a lot of interesting decisions to make. Some bad beats on energy variants on occasion, but that's just how it is. And now we finally have an okay draw and our opponent fucking salts off because they're playing Celebi. Alright, I'm gonna play some Marvel Snap. Yeah, kinda scuffed Pocket stuff this morning. Tap and end roll. We're gonna do some Marvel Snap when we come back. Pocket was, maybe we'll have fun with Pocket tomorrow. We'll give it another try tomorrow morning, but today was not great. If you're a Glaceon enjoyer, I just posted a Glaceon Starmie deck highlight. I appreciate the folks that watch and engage with those. I'll be back on the Twitch site here in a minute. Don't go anywhere. If you want to continue watching on YouTube, we're gonna go live on the Jeff Oakland YouTube channel for some stat this afternoon. Be right back.